all the employees work for Pinnacle Law, including myself, because that's where the majority of the money comes into. And if we have questions or concerns or process, or we need to advise the homeowner need to go 30 days delinquent in some scenarios, he has to do all of that. Any file that has a, where the deficiency is not worded has to go to him for approval.
Who's him?
Rich,
Oh,
the attorney.
okay, because Rich has spoke to the client on this case
I know
that I
you.
talked about,
Okay,
and he's great, by the way, very nice guy, but he speaks really quick, and it just sounds like he's just, I mean, I think my seller client is looking at it like Rich is pushing him to do it because we're all gonna make money, and Rich isn't gonna make money if it doesn't close, or something, like.
let me take a run at it now that he's explained it, and I tend to, he's an
Okay,
attorney. I barely made it through high school, folks. I was paying $400 a month rent at 14 years old. My senior year, I went to 3 days my senior year. The first day I met with all my teachers, listen, I'm supporting myself. I'm a very good with my hands on cars. What do you need done? Just pass me with the D. It's all I need. So in my era, all you needed was a diploma. So I got a ton of street smarts, and I can relate to people on their level. Attorneys, I don't care who they are, they talk like this, and sometimes Rich does, he's trying to explain to them, and sometimes he comes across maybe that way. Tomorrow, call me at the office, and I'll call that homeowner, or we even do it on a conference call, so you can see I kind of tone it down and basically say, what's their options? If they don't sign, what are they going to do? And that's what I ask them. And they usually say, I'll let it foreclose. And then when I go into what happens, all of a sudden, that deficiency is starting to look pretty good. Even though I know what they wanted, and we tried, but let me take a run at that.
So again, they have up to 6 years to file for it.
For the judgment.
And then 10 to collect it, so.
And then two 5-year renewals.
Oh, wow.
So you got 6
Forever.
years to file, 10 for the judgment, and 2 5-year renewals, so it's 10, 10, plus 6 is 26 years. And they're gonna go in and strip stuff away from John, they're gonna take that, I want that bracelet. And he has nothing he can do about that. Yeah, they make him empty his wallet, and folks, it's happening. It is happening. And that's just gonna put more light on what a short sale is. And when we explain this, and if you don't feel comfortable explaining it to your homeowner, call me. Best time to get a hold of me is from 8:30 till 1-ish, 1:30-ish, except for on Fridays when the boat's in the water, and I'll talk to you all day long, but I guarantee I'm 10 sheets to the wind, man. So, yes.
So, okay, back to the bankruptcy. If they do file bankruptcy, they will eventually have to move or be foreclosed. Will they still have these same repercussions?
No, if they file bankruptcy, Chapter 7,
Yeah.
the bank can never come after them, it's done.
Oh, it's down.
That debt, they're personally not responsible for that debt. Now, if you had somebody that did Chapter 7, they still should do a short sale, and here's why. If you do a bankruptcy, it destroys your credit, we know that. But if you do a bankruptcy, include a house, it then has bankruptcy and foreclosure. It's a double whammy, you're done for 10 years. If you do a Chapter 7 and do a short sale, now your 5 to 6 year window, they can get another mortgage after the bankruptcy, because you don't have bankruptcy and foreclosure whammed at the same time.
One more question.
Yep, no,
I've had a few people tell me, I'm just gonna do a deed in lieu.
okay.
I'm just gonna give it back.
Okay.
So, how do you?
A deed in lieu is very common when first of all, if they have 2 mortgages, they won't qualify. So
Okay.
that eliminates 80% of the people that are doing short sales. But if they do have 1 mortgage, a deed in lieu is very, very common when the economy was booming. A deed in lieu, all that is a polite way to foreclose. It shows foreclosure. A deed in lieu is I sign my redemption rights. Remember in the beginning of the meeting, we talked about that 6 months?
Yeah.
I waive all that. You don't have to take me to court. I'll give you the keys. I'll vacuum the house, supposedly sweep the house. Then you hire a realtor that goes and does a final walkthrough. And usually that deed in lieu will get a homeowner anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000 for cash for keys, and deed in lieu is the same thing. Very few banks are doing them anymore. The reason is when the economy was booming, they did a deed in lieu. They sold the house, made a little bit, lost a little bit, it all washed. Now they see how much money they're losing when they end up with a foreclosure. A foreclosed home, anybody here dealing with foreclosed homes or REOs with the bank, anybody doing that?
Listing that or buying them?
Either or, have been involved in?
Yeah.
An REO property and a short sale is a 44% difference in the loss to the bank. Which means if they do a short sale, you're getting a better quality house. It may take you a little bit longer to get it approved, but the loss to the bank is 44% less. So that is good for us because if you continue to have all these foreclosures, REOs sold, your fair market value on this house is going to continue, this area is going to continue to do this. We need to stop that as a group. Because if we don't start getting the values to at least level and slowly start to climb again, we're never going to come out of this recession, ever. Because real estate is the backbone of the United States. That's all I care about. Like to put a fence around the United States and say, you're not allowed in. You know, but obviously I'm not the government. Okay, any more? Yes.
So the deed in lieu, you say.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't finish that. The deed in lieu, so they were doing it when it was real busy, when the economy was booming, because they didn't lose much. Very few banks will do a deed in lieu. There is still some of them out there that will offer it to the homeowner. And if the deed in lieu verbiage is not correct, they can come after them for the deficiency. So it's crucial if they, number one, if the bank offers it to them, if they qualify, the correct verbiage has to be in there to protect them. If it's not in there, then it's not in there.
Who's looking for the correct verbiage?
The deed in lieu, we don't get involved in. That is, they're going to do that. They can rephrase that. They can hire us to do that. That's an upfront fee with no guarantees, and we really don't even want to do them. That's not our forte. But that's they have to deal with the bank or hire their own attorney to do that and make sure the verbiage is in there.
I don't know, one. What is the liabilities of the agent through this? Because you know there are some newer agents here in this room. So tell us a little bit more about your company, Rick. Like how you keep constant contact with the agents.
Yeah, we're basically at that point our process.
Okay.
Okay, so to get more listings, and we'll go into that process. To get more listings is you've got to network. You have got to find people that are stumbling and having a hard time making their payments. Most people that we see are 60% upside down. My personal house, in 2006, I have a written appraisal and I just cry every time I see it. It was $960,000. I do not think today if I push the window I can get 310. That's sad. Thank God I'm old enough to have some equity still. But that was a lot of my retirement. Just cash the house, go to a real small one, it's gone. That buyer that's buying my style house, I don't think it's ever coming back. I'm gonna be dead, my kids are gonna be grandparents and great-grandparents before my house ever gets back to where it was. So we have to get these people that are struggling, because even as everybody says, well, the housing market's back. Yeah, no, it's back, it's going up because of what? There's no inventory. What's going on out there? And you're gonna see, people are gonna start to hear, the banks are coming after them, they're chasing them. Then they're gonna say, honey, I think now is the best time because the market's back, we might as well sell our house even though it's a short sale. How many years is it gonna take for a house to get back to where it was, or at least what these homeowners owe, when an average person is 60% upside down? If it goes up 5% a year, how many years is that going to be? Bank of America and Chase feels we get 8 strong years of short sales before they start to see a big dive. Assuming we're out of the recession and we are starting to recover. I don't think we are. My son wants to buy a house right now, and I won't let him. I said, I think we're coming into another dip. And I hope I'm wrong. God, I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think we're at the bottom yet. There's too much uncertainty going on right now. Yes?
What are the chances of, if we get an approval and like this current one, it expires May 13th, will they give us an extension?
Good point. I did not hit on that. When you write an offer